I made almost $40,000 in sports betting this month, and I'm going to show you the AI tool that I used to literally print money in seconds. Now, as you guys can see, this is my bet tracker. This is where I track every single one of my bets that I put in. Now, let's go ahead and filter this from the month of May, from the 1st until the 31st. All right, if you take a look here, we have profit of $37,000. Just think about that, guys. $37,000 in 1 month, okay? Think about the possibility of how much money that is, okay? You could change your life with $40,000 almost in 1 month. It's that simple, okay? It really is. I've made it that simple, let's put it that way. Look at the win rate, 43-5 throughout the month of May. Nearly 90%. Statistically, in the history of sports betting, that number right there, probably impossible for anybody to believe, okay? Luckily, I've tracked every single one of these, and every single one of these plays are time-stamped as well, so you could actually see how that works. ROI, 19%. Another insane number there. That's in 1 month, a 19% ROI, which you really can't get that anywhere else. There's nowhere else to get that. Unit gain, plus 9.2 units at an average unit size of almost $4,000 per unit size. Now, here's the biggest kicker, because this is the one where nobody likes to bet, right? Nobody likes to play these type of odds. Look at the average odds, minus 336. Think about that and let that sink in real quick. I've made almost $40,000 this month, where my average bet was a minus 336. So next time you're thinking, well, those aren't worth it. It's not worth it to me. I can't make that type of bet. I'm not going to make money doing that. If I lose one, I'm going to give all my profits back. This is the proof right here that debunks all that thinking, okay? This is the way you actually win in sports betting. The way that anybody else says is completely wrong. Just being honest. Anybody else that you see trying to show you how to do things, they don't have the data backed like I do. They just don't, okay? These are all timestamp plays that literally have been given out as well, where people can verify exactly these numbers that I'm showing you right here. And as you can see, when I say timestamp, this is what I mean. These are all timestamped by the date these were posted on, okay? There's no way to go back and fudge anything like this. So, you want the proof? There's the proof right there for you. Timestamp plays throughout the entire month of May. And you guys can see other people are in there eating it alive as well. They're just eating these plays alive. But now, how was that possible? Okay, how was it possible for me to be able to hit those type of numbers? Okay, first off, it's my strategies that I've worked on for 5+ years that have built that type of bet that I just showed you, where your average odds are minus 330 or whatnot, and you're doing that over the course of an entire month. That's the first thing. The second thing is the time commitment. The time commitment that it usually takes you to do that is hours a day to manually research everything. Well, I've taken all the data that I have back for the last 5+ years, and I've put it into an AI system, okay? That AI system literally prints money that I just showed you, because everything I just showed you came from that AI system, where they took everything that I've had back data for the last 5+ years and put it into the AI system, where you can actually talk to it and it will show you exactly what are the best plays day in and day out that go through the Linemaker method, which is my strategy. So let's jump in there so that way you guys can see exactly how that looks. So if we take a look here, this is what the Linemaker AI looks like, okay? What you do is you literally go right here. There's actually multiple things you could do, okay? You could go to any game that's given for the day. You can go to the date. You could put in, you put in NBA if you wanted. See OKC San Antonio. Well, you can get all the information here, what the spread is, the total, all the movements, the best odds, where they're at. And you could also ask the Linemaker AI just a quick glance of an overview of the game. It'll give you an overview of the game, give you all the concepts in it. Now, another thing you could do is you can go up here and type, for example, what are the best bets with the highest probability and edge in the Thunder versus Spurs game? And just like that, you literally can just ask it exactly what are the best plays in that specific game that are going to have the best edge and the highest probability, and it's going to spit it out for you. Now, the cool thing about this is it generates a whole bunch of stuff for you to be able to make the best educated bets and not guess anymore. No more guesswork. But the other thing that it could do as well is not just give you picks, okay? What's another cool thing is, like, let's say in baseball, you want to know which MLB parks are hitter friendly and pitcher friendly. Well, manually, you'd have to go and probably do that couple hours it would take. Probably more than that. It'd probably take more than a couple hours to be able to research that. Well, look, you could just ask the Linemaker AI, what are the best ballparks for hitters in the MLB? Now, just like that, you can see it gives you, look, top hitter-friendly ballparks right out the gate and shows you the best home run factor, overall factor, and literally gives you write-ups on the best ballparks for hitters. And you can do the same thing for pitchers, you know, which one. This is useful information that you need, like I said, not just picks. Like, this is to be able to be used for information as well that would take you hours to be able to research, where you could just find this stuff in minimal time, literally in seconds. Now, the best thing about the Linemaker AI is not just the analytical data that it gives you, it's the data that it gives you on stuff that you know nothing about. Okay, let's say there's a sport that you have no clue about. You can literally ask the AI, what are the best bets in that sport? So let's take, for example, let's say horse racing, okay? Not too many people know too much about horse racing. Let's say, what are the best bets in horse racing today? Now, let's say you know nothing about horse racing. Well, look what happened here. It literally went and scraped through all the horse races for the day and gave you the best recommendations possible for you to be able to do. And gives you a little write-up on the reasons why you should pick that horse in that race. So just like that, you take a sport that you know nothing about and you can actually get action down on that just using the Linemaker AI. So that way you could learn exactly how to bet on that certain sport that you know nothing about. So it doesn't just help you in sports that you know about, it also educates you in things that you have no clue about as well, literally in seconds. Like I said, it only took a couple seconds to get these results, as in you wouldn't even know where to look in a sport that you know nothing about to even find any good plays or recommendations to be able to put in. The Linemaker AI is truly going to change the concept of being able to bet on sports, because it's going to become an absolute problem for the sports books. Why? Because now you can get information within seconds, which is line movement, is where the money is at, is head-to-head trends. You can get all this information that would take you hours upon hours for research that most people wouldn't do or don't have the time to do. Now you get it in seconds. So now you're going to have a huge advantage over the sportsbook just by using this AI tool that's going to give you information within seconds to make the more educated bets that's going to make you a better sports bettor. And you're actually going to turn a profit and actually see what it's like to actually make money rather than donate and guess and just have no clue. Because imagine waking up every day and you have no clue where to start, you have no clue what to look at, and you're just lost in the clouds. Most sports bettors are that way. And then they're watching a game and they just want to bet on it and they just guess on something because they just don't know. Well, now the guessing goes out of the equation, because now any game that you want, any sport that you want, you literally can just type it into the Linemaker AI and it will give you the best suggestions for that game that are going to have the highest analytical probability for you to win. So if you guys want to try it out, make sure you guys click the link in the description. Don't go another second about guessing about anything that has to do with sports betting when you can get the answer within seconds. As always, I'm Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.